Hello, my name is Richard Anthony Marca, and this is the third assignment for CSC313 graphics. This is the asteroids assignment, and there were a lot of contributions made. This was a very long assignment, but mine was mainly at the end with all the new variables, which we will discuss in the second half of the video, as well as adding the new keybinds and adding the game mode menu. As you can see, if I start this, these are the image files over here. If I start this, let's go to a co-op game. Start it. We have, there we go. We have both of the players. And if I could just, it's a little laggy, but oh yeah, see my mouse is not moving very well. Both of them move. Both of them should shoot. It's just really taking a toll. Oh man, yeah, this is laggy, but it shows both of them. And I will now move on to the Word document. And here is the Word document of the code. A lot of the imports are the same. I just added, someone added a comment. We did add JFrames and the Boolean endgame inside of the public class of asteroids. Also added the suppress warnings because it was annoying to see the long down here being depreciated. This is player 2 bullets, player flames, player 2 width, a lot of player 2 stuff here. There was also supposed to be scores, but there were complications. And more player 2 things, player 2 draw. These are roughly the same, except we added a 1 in front so that we know the difference between player 1 and player 2. And this is new for player 2, where we added their own separate bullet, own separate rotations. And same with changing that to ones. And a new one for player 2 for them to move their velocity, rotation, that's all separate from player 1. And a different set of keys. So instead of the arrow keys, it's using WASD and E to fire. And all the other parts, the times and stuff. The flame for the first one is roughly the same, and the flame for the second one is actually pretty much the same as the first one, except instead of player 1 and 1, it is player 2. Asteroids had no change. The bullet movers, same, just added ones in certain places to separate it from the regular ones. The player 2 bullet movers are the same as player 1, so it's its own separate class. Enemy mover is the same. Enemy bullet stuff's the same. Collision checker, we have a separate one for player 1 and player 2. So I'm supposed to be highlighted red. Missed that part a little bit. Collision checker for player 1 is separate from player 2. So this one has a P1 and 1's there. And player 2's is roughly the same, which is after the this is more the player 1 bullet. I mean, that's more the player 1 collision checker. Here's more the player 2, which is roughly the same, except with 2's instead of 1's. The wind checker has no difference. Once again, someone was supposed to do the scores and things went wrong. The asteroids, the generating of asteroids, no difference. The background's the same. The enemy bullets and enemies are the same. The player bullets are separated by player 1 and player 2, but are roughly the same, just a copy of each other. Player 1 and player 2 are separated drawings because we have two different players. As you can see, the pink for player 2 in the demo and the green for player 1. There was originally a typo, and we didn't want to fix it with, instead of flame count, it was flames count. So we just put flames SP1. I mean, it doesn't matter. We were going to change that anyways for separate for player 1 and player 2. These are the explosions. Explosions are no different. The player 1 controls are the same, but we added player 2 controls. And the key release, key abstractions. Probably should have added one for. No, we did. The key release, the key press. We have the ones for the arrow keys and for WASD. Quit game, start game, object, the new code, more flames, separated player 1, player 2 bullets, threads. We changed thread 3, 5, 8, and 12 with a total of 13 threads now. This is all the same. The actions performed. Collision occurs, has no change. Image object has no change. Set coordinates, the vectors, print triangle. Movements. The screen wrapping, rotating, the spin, it's the same. The bind keys. And here's one of my contributions. The new code for adding a game mode menu has these. See, there was single player, co-op, and competitive. I chose the co-op variant. And using the J combo box to make a menu on the little bottom left. And we had a game level where we could have, yeah, it's the same as the one that was already part of this. Player 1 keybinds and player 2 keybinds. Add the level variable, comments for variables, the variables for player 2, more variables for player 2. I did change some of these because it was causing errors. I changed some of these private classes to public to make them work better. So that was one of them. Here's another one, but it was going to be changed anyway, so it's player 2. more flags, the asteroid variables, and that's it. And that is the end of this assignment.